So welcome back to Cozy Rosy Crochet. I'm very excited to have you here today as I share with you the full reveal of the Jolly Holiday blanket and give you more details on the free crochet along so that you can make your own Jolly Holiday blanket. In case we haven't met before, my name is Fiona and I am the designer and the hands behind Cozy Rosy Crochet. I've been designing patterns now for coming up to 4 years and been crocheting for many more than that, alongside offering crochet tutorials and workshops in person and online. I really like to host crochet alongs alongside my pattern designs to really encourage you to keep learning when it comes to crochet, and this crochet along is going to be no different. There is a huge focus on the technique of filet crochet, a brand new way to join your squares, or in this case your panels, because they're not quite square, and of course we're going to end up having a complete beautiful blanket. Now this blanket started off its life as a placemat that I did release last year in an exclusive collection alongside 2 other designers. That collection is still available and I'll pop some links in the description box for you, but if you're just here for the blanket, that's going to be our main focus of what we're talking about today. Even though it started its life as a placemat, this design, or the designs that are included within this pattern, can be used for so much more than just a blanket. Already I've used them, as I've said, for a placemat. You can make coasters, you could make cushions. This is what I love about filet crochet, is that it is so adaptable. Once you have the chart, it's up to you where your imagination takes you on recreating that pattern, joining these panels together and creating something else. So today I'm going to be sharing with you not only the complete blanket using 9 of the 12 panel patterns that are available, I'm also going to share with you where you can find these patterns, what information you're going to be getting, alongside sharing a few more giveaways to celebrate this pattern as well. So the crochet along itself is beginning on the 29th of September, which is in 2 weeks today. If you do want to print your patterns and work off of the charts, you're going to be able to get hold of the full pattern of all 12 panel designs. So there are 9 that are featuring in my blanket. You can opt to make all 12 and join them, or you can opt to make a selection out of the 12 panels that are available to choose from. Each week there's going to be a new video tutorial releasing, so regardless of whether or not you can read a filet crochet chart, you are going to be able to take part and enjoy this crochet along. I do understand that everybody has a different learning style, and from my own experience of working from charts, I can't personally look at a picture chart and translate that into stitches. I can do it mathematically, as in calculate what stitches I need to do. So not only will you be able to view the video tutorials that will be right here on my YouTube channel, there are also going to be the picture charts, or the filet crochet charts, on the website. There's going to be a written chart which tells you how many open or closed blocks you need to make, and there is going to be an actual pattern written, a written pattern. So it's also going to have a written pattern to accompany the chart itself. So you've got 3 different ways that you can read the pattern, and of course you've got a video tutorial to support you as well. Trying to cover all the bases here to make sure that this is accessible for all crochet styles. From that learning element for the crochet along, I already have a video that explains more about how to read a filet crochet chart. I will link this for you in the top right hand corner. I'm not sure which is right and left at the moment, but you're going to be able to, you can go and check out that video and learn a little bit more about filet crochet if you want to, or you can just go with the style that you know suits you. I will be honest to say I actually like working from a written pattern, but everybody is different, so all the options are going to be there for you. If you do invest in purchasing the printed pattern, there is a 30% off discount code, which is both in the description box and it's on my website as well. So you click the link in the description box to go and check out more about the pattern. You'll find that 30% off discount code there ready and waiting for you. It's only valid until the 28th of September, but it does give you 30% off. The full price is going to be £10 for all of this information, all 12 charts, the join, the edging. So you're going to get everything all in one go when the full pattern is published on the 29th of September. I want to give you a bit more information about the yarn that I use to make my Jolly Holiday blankets. I've done it in 2 different colourways, although they look really similar and almost a negative reverse of each other. I've actually used my favourite, which is Paintbox yarns. Now, I will admit that the reason that I love this yarn so much is not only is it a really great quality 100% acrylic, It's really standard across all the colours with the yarn weight. You know, sometimes some colours seem thinner than others. Don't seem to get this with the paint box yarns. I've used the Simply Aran, which is a size 4 yarn, so a worsted weight in the US. And yes, this is a big blanket, so you're going to need a lot of yarn to get it finished, but it's entirely up to you what colourways you do. I've got a tester who's making it a bit of a scrap blanket, so she's just using up her colours as she goes through, and it's turning out really pretty. So whatever colourway you choose, you're going to be very happy with the finished results. So the colours that I used in both blankets, I used colour or shade number 202, which is champagne white. It's more of a cream than a white. I mean, if I hold it up against this white bit of paper, you can see that it's very much creamy. And for me, I prefer that softer cream colour as opposed to a stark white. If I was doing this in red and white, I probably would go white, which is shade number 201. Oh no, it's not. I think it's shade 200 now I've said that. And that is paper white. That's a really nice white yarn. Yeah, there you go. Not that I have the whole collection, but this is the paper white and that's the champagne white. So you can see the difference in the colours there, but I prefer champagne white. And then I made it using 2 different green colours. So, oh, that attacked. So the other colour that I paired it with was this lighter green, and I can't for the life of me remember the name of this shade, but it's shade number 224. And then the second blanket that is still in progress, I've got lots of piles of panels everywhere. The second colour that I used, I paired again, or I'm going to pair for my join, with the champagne white, and that was slate green, which is shade number 226. So whatever colour you choose to do this blanket, to really maximise the filet crochet elements being highlighted when you're using the blanket or placing it over a bed, because that's how big it is. It will go over what the Americans would call a twin bed, we would call a double. It's big enough to go on a double blanket. If you want a king size, you're probably going to need to use all 12 panels. Excuse me. Still caffeinating, it's early in the day. So they're the colours that I use. For quantities, if you're not used to making larger blankets, because I'm certainly not used to making this bigger blanket, it probably seems like quite a lot. For those of you that are used to making blankets, probably seems quite reasonable. The yarn amounts are estimated because obviously dependent on tension and gauge, you're going to need more or less yarn. For most of the panels, I used 1 ball of paint box yarn Simply Aran, which measure or written to measure 184 meters, which is 201 yards. So you're going to need about 11 balls, which is a total of about 2,000, just over 2,000 meters, which will be 2,200 yards, roughly. Not very good at maths. And that's just for the main colour. For the contrasting colour, which we use on the join, you're only going to need maximum of 3 balls in total. We work an edging around each of the panels, and then we're going to be using that contrasting colour to join them all together and start the edging. So I used probably 2 skeins or 2 balls, so about, and I always buy an extra one just to be safe, so about a total of 550 meters, which would be about 620 in yards. So it does seem like quite a lot of yarn, and it's amazing how quickly you use that up, because I know one of the most popular questions I'm going to be asked is how long is it going to take to make this blanket? As I've already mentioned, I'm going to be releasing 1 panel per week. Now the panels themselves can take anything, depending on your speed of crocheting, between 2 to 4 hours. So I personally broke down like the sections myself, so I was doing kind of like 10 rows a day, and then I could space it out across the week, and each week I'd get that panel completed, put that to one side, ready to start the next one. That's how I'm envisioning it happen for people with lives who don't necessarily crochet all day every day. I wish I got to do that, and I know there are people out there that are lucky enough, but if you're only going to need to commit maybe 3 to 4 hours per week on this blanket to have it completed for the start of December. Yeah, that's it. By the start of December, you could almost certainly have a completed blanket just by making 1 panel a week, edging them when I release that edging video. And of course, you can then join and edge your blanket in those first few days of December, ready to snuggle up on those colder nights. God, I can't wait already. Now the printable pattern is great for those of you who are looking to really hone in on those filet crochet skills. You can take the time to look at the chart, look at the written pattern, and you'll start to see the trends of how you can calculate those stitches yourself going forward to work on other filet crochet patterns. It's written in the traditional filet crochet style. There's no like anomalies in there or anything like that. They're all straight chain spaces. There's no curves in these. I'm going to do some of that next year, I think. But if you want the printable pattern, as I've said, there is that 30% off code which is available for you to use up until the end of the 28th of September when that first panel releases. Now I know the one thing you're really here is to find out exactly how this blanket looks. So let me share that with you because it is an absolute stunner. As you can see here, I've used 9 of the crochet panels that are available for you to choose from. And of course, it's entirely up to you how you join them, in what order you join them in, and even which of the panels you use to make your own blanket. The Jolly Holiday Blanket can be an heirloom pattern that you can use time and time again to showcase and highlight the joys that you celebrate over the holidays. I love that you can join these panels in any order that will tell the story of your holidays. So tell me, what do you think? Do you love it? Isn't it gorgeous? I'm so excited and I can't wait to share every single panel with you. I also am really excited that you don't have to wait for all of those panels to release for you to complete your blanket. If perhaps you wanted to make one for friends and family, if you purchase the pattern, you'll get all 12 panels right then and there on the 29th of September. The join will be there for you. It's all in written format, of course, and the videos, if you need them, will be releasing. You can confirm the video release date over on the website, which is linked below for you, where you can also find that 30% off discount code. Earlier this week, I did a little bit of a giveaway for people to attend the knitting and stitching show, and I felt a little bit bad because obviously it's not really a worldwide competition. There's not many people that are going to jet over from America to come and visit a wool show. I've never flown across the world to go and visit and take part in any events. There's something about travelling to see yarn that is rather special, but I appreciate that not everybody can do that. So I have details of a few more giveaways for you. So I mentioned earlier in the week on my social media that I'm hoping to host a raffle to give away my blanket, and that's going to be in aid of Together for Short Lives, which is the chosen charity that Hobbycraft support and sponsor throughout all of their stores. Now, I hadn't researched this before I said I was going to do this, and I have subsequently learnt I can't do that online because that is considered a lottery, and I therefore need a license to be able to host a lottery online. Unfortunately, that competition is now not worldwide, but if you are local to Northampton, all you need to do is head into the Northampton Hobbycraft store. You can see my blanket on display. You can purchase raffle tickets for £1 each in person to be entered into a prize draw to win my finished blanket. All the prize money received from that is going to be donated alongside the money raised for the trek that the CEO and various other members of staff at Hobbycraft are taking part in to raise money for Together for Short Lives. The competition that everyone can enter and that is open worldwide is of course going to be hosted over all 3 of my platforms. I'm going to be giving away 5 copies of the full pattern for the Jolly Holiday Blanket. One of them is going to be given away right here, and all you need to do, much like most of my competitions, is simply put a comment on this video. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, even if you've purchased the blanket before, you'll just receive a full refund for the price that you paid, but you can win one of 5 copies of the Jolly Holiday Blanket pattern. All you need to comment below is I love the holidays. I do love the holidays. So I'm hoping that you do too, and my chances are, my thought process is, if you're making a festive Jolly Holiday blanket, you're going to love them anyway, so you're not going to mind declaring that you love the holidays. So all you need to do to win one of the 5 copies of the blanket pattern is to comment below saying I love the holidays. There's one other giveaway that I'm hosting as well as part of this event, and it is for everybody that is going to be participating in the Jolly Holiday Blanket Crochet Along. All you need to do to take part in the biggest giveaway is to be a participant and to complete one panel of your choice and showcase that on any of your social media platforms, tagging me using whichever is the appropriate handle for my social media. So I am on TikTok, I'm just not on TikTok, if that makes sense. So you can showcase it on TikTok if you want to. Just tag me at Cozy Rosie Crochet. On Instagram and Facebook, I am at Cozy Rosie UK. In the Facebook group, I'll see absolutely everything anyway. So that is open to absolutely everybody worldwide, as is the giveaway to win one of 5 of the written patterns for the Jolly Holiday Blanket. I hope you're excited about joining me for this crochet along. As I've said, there's lots of information to share. If you want to go and check out the pictures in a bit more of a close-up for each of the individual panels that are going to be included, check out all the dates of when things are releasing. You can find all of that information over on the website. The pattern is available to purchase right now on Ravelry and will be released and uploaded for you first thing on the 29th of September, alongside that first video tutorial for the panel that will be released first. I haven't told you what order they're being released. Have to go to the website to check out on that one, I'm afraid. Make sure you've hit the subscribe button and of course give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to take part in the Jolly Holiday Crochet Along. Make sure you've commented below that I love the holidays, because I want you to be in with a chance of winning one copy of the Jolly Holiday Blanket pattern. I'll be back with you on the 29th of September to announce that first pattern tutorial being released, along with giving you more details on how to take part in the participant giveaway to win a huge stash of yarn and other yarn related goodies. Until then, I will see you in the next video.